Okay, so one thing I forgot to do with the last item was after I selected it, I forgot to select the little squares inside. So I'm gonna try it one more time. Do a elliptical, and I can also use my arrow keys to move it over as long as I'm on a selection tool. If I'm on the move tool, then I'm actually gonna start. Here, let me show you the difference. If I'm on the move tool and I start using my arrow keys, it moves the actual image that I've selected within the layer, which is not good. Control Z. Um, so I want to make sure I'm on the selection tool and then go back to my arrow keys and I can move it over just a little bit at a time. That is like too small. So I'm going to do my control. Oh, the other way, you can either do right click to get to free transform selection, or you can go to select transform selection. So in Photoshop, there's pretty much two ways to do everything, at least. Always up here in the menu, somewhere there's a way to do it, and then there's usually a shortcut too. Okay, and so now it looks big enough. Hit enter to get out of selection mode, and then now I need to grab my wand again and start subtracting the little white areas. So once I hold Alt or Option, then you can see that my wand tool gets the little minus sign. So I'm subtracting. Minus is for subtracting, and then if you hold Shift, it's to add. We're not adding anything here though. So this is a little bit tedious. It takes a few minutes. Okay, so I got most of them now, but what I think is cool is if I go to, let's see, yeah, refine edge at this point. It didn't say that in the book, but I love using this new tool. Okay, so you can see that there's still a lot of white space in the view mode because it puts the black border behind it. And so if I use the brush and I just click in those areas, I can actually grab some of these little white areas over here really quickly. And so basically what it's doing is it's taking out the white for you with the paintbrush because it knows that the background is white, and it's going to remove it in the areas that are hard to get with the wand tool. So as long as you do most of the work first, you have to do most of the work first, otherwise it has a hard time guessing what you want and what you don't want. So almost done there. Cool. And then, oh, even around the edges, see how there's like a little bit of white? So you can paint just a little bit in the background and then it'll just pick up the rest. So cool. I feel like such a nerd. Okay, hit OK, and then now you have such an awesome selection. So if you move it, grab your move tool and move it into position. See, look at this. Whoops. Scroll too far. Okay. See how see-through it is all around. Let me take a peek at what my goal is over here in the other window. Okay, so I needed 3 of them. So we're making copies and then we're adjusting the sizes of them. Let's take a closer look. Okay. And back here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so I need to make copies. So like last time, it's simply grabbing the move tool first. So either with your mouse or hit B, and then you hold Option or Alt. And let's see. Okay. Control T transforms, and so we're making them smaller. So hold Shift while you're transforming an object, unless you want to make one that looks like a pancake. So what happens is if you don't hold Shift, then you have no control over the proportions. So I want to make sure you know to hold Shift, and if you accidentally did it, it's no problem. You hit Enter and then you go Control Z. Start over, Control T, and transform.